What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Brady Sr., man, giving you the OMFL news. That boy is back. We're going to be talking about a lot of upcoming Madden 22, but of course, your boy was able to secure him a PS5. So, nah, bruh, y'all jokers ain't getting ready to get my motherfucking Jaguars this upcoming season. Woo-wee! I felt the Sharks lurking in the Madden seas. But yeah, man, we're going to talk about some of the upcoming information about Madden 22 this upcoming season. And first up, man, we're going to talk about this motherfucking home field advantage, aka NCAA style. We see what you're doing, man. Ain't shit new. You just patching that shit in. You just patching that shit in, man. You know, when people ask for new stuff, man, they really want like new stuff, new stuff. But anywho, man, we got 32 home field advantages perks, and you know what, man? We'll hit that up right after this. Peace. Welcome back. It's your boy Brady Sr., man. Let's get this beat up here. Yeah. Hey. But anyway, man, we back. It's the OMFL News After Dark. And yeah, man, we getting ready to talk about this home field advantage piece here. Because, yeah, Madden up here trying to slide some stuff in from back in the day. And, yeah, so needless to say, man, we got 32 teams with different home field advantages. But I'm just going to pick out a couple of them here. The Falcons, which they need all the rise up that they can get. The home team gains a flat amount of momentum on every offensive play. So if you completing passes, now that you minus your leader receiver, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, Falcons. Good luck with that. Then, of course, the Saints. Dirty Nate and them Saints with the who that on away teams' third and fourth down conversion attempts. A random receiver will have an incorrect route when he lines up in pre-play. Come on, bro. That just makes me feel positive in my mind about NCAA coming back, bro. Y'all know y'all remember them joints in NCAA 14, boy, the little squiggly joints. Y'all remember it, boy. Shee. But anyway, let's see what else we got in here. Little man in the background trying to make noise. Minnesota Vikings, man, they got those whole package. The home team gains a small amount of speed rating when in the red zone. Come on, bruh. Come on, fam. Don't give these jokers everything. Don't give them everything. But moving right on into the next thing here. Boy, my son is, I swear. He all over the place, y'all. But anyway, looking at the Dallas Cowboys, the deflected. It says the away team punt distance is shortened when kicking across the 50-yard line. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man. Like, why we gotta have all these shenanigans? And let's look at my boys here before we move on to something else. The Duval home field advantage package. The home team gains bonus momentum on touchdowns. So all I gotta do is score on that ass. And we up there celebrating. But there's a lot more, man. There's a lot more I'm gonna talk about. We'll be right back after this, man. Pick it in peace. Hey. Hey. Shake that ass, girl. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Brady Sr. with the OMFL News After Dark, man. And yeah, that boy back. But moving along, man, we're going to talk about 10 major improvements in the game. And other than, some of what I've seen already on, gameplay and stuff like that. Yeah, so some of the other things that they're going to put out this year, other than the home field advantage package. They're actually doing a coaching tree is being introduced this year. They're also adding, updating scouting for the Madden 22. Then, of course, franchise will include more than 35 new scenarios, which was a key criticism for the franchise mode in recent years. But, hey, in response to the EA community, they hired some high-level members of the EA community to help out with this game, and hopefully they do us justice. Halftime adjustments will add a bit of realism to the flow of the game. That is going to be something I would like to see what they actually have a presentation on. It says the Super Bowl presentation will finally be different. Thank you, Jesus. Because we need something different. Because, Lord, we know y'all was trying to regurgitate the hell out of that celebration. Super fans will be in the stadiums. And this is something that apparently back in the day in Madden 12, man. Madden 12, gentlemen. Think about that for a second. A decade ago. A decade in Madden, ladies and gentlemen. They bringing a feature back. But anywho, face of the franchise is back this year. They're going to kind of add some new features to that. New story mode and whatnot. Next gen stats roll in for year 2. If you already know, Madden 21 on the next gen consoles allows you to have some next gen stats pop up on your screen to kind of give you that real life realism, that statistic tracking and whatnot. So, I mean, we'll see. Now, I am a little bummed about the PC community. So the PC community is going to get technically a last gen product in a new game. Yeah, I said that. You heard me. You heard me say that right. So anyway, man, this your boy Brady, man. I'll be right back after this because I got to find out what happened to my son's yogurt. Peace. Shee. Hey, what's good, everybody, man? If you made it this far into the show, man, it's your boy Brady Sr. giving you the OMFL News After Dark. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that follow. Check us out. Hey, now let me quit playing. So, yeah, man, here at the Grown Folk Community, man, we have a little bit of everything. Man, we have gaming, we have spiritual healing, and we have also, just an awesome community, man, of grown adults trying to, make the best of what they have. And yeah, it's real good. And right now, some random person with a dog is taking a crap in my yard. Yeah, you gonna have to clean that up, fam. Yeah, Susie, you gonna have to get that shit up off the ground. Yeah, get your little baggie out. Get that clumps off my ground. I mean, he dropped all kinds of nuggetry. Get all of them. Anyway, man, it's your boy Brady Sr. Hey, hit us up, man. Hit us up. Check us out. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Brady Senior, man, back at it again, talking some Madden 22. What we hope to see, what we will get. And already, bro, I've been up here acting a fool on the record. Acting a fool on the record. But anywho, man, so let's talk about the cover athletes. So the cover athletes were chosen. And, yeah, man, it's my homie, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom motherfucking Brady. All right, TB12 himself, the D-Goat, was out there for the photo shoot. And I said, D-Goat, but anyway, man, the GOAT and my homie got their photogrammies on for the cover of Madden 22. A lot of people wasn't all too happy, man, because, you know, they were throwing out teasers out there, you know, the GOAT photographs and all that. And, you know, Mahomes is good and all, but he ain't the GOAT. Okay, let's get that straight right now. If there's any quarterback GOAT ever in the game, it's TB motherfucking 12. Okay? Like, let's get it right now. Let's get it right. But anyway, Mahomes is good in his own right, but who else would you have selected for the GOAT edition of Madden 22? Who would you have chosen? Put it in the comments, man. Let a brother know. But we'll be right back after this. Hey, yeah. All right, man, welcome back. As you know, we getting close to the Press Pass Live with Nate. Hey, one of these days, man, I'm gonna have to get back on there with him, do the news, and then also get in there and talk live with Nate. But in the meantime, man, we are going in there, we talking about the 99 Club. 99 Club. And with that, we gotta say, oh no, is correct, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 99 Club. And we gotta talk about who we might see in there. Of course, we might see Mr. Mahomes. We'll probably see Travis Kelce. All right. Devontae Adams may also grace the presence. DeAndre Hopkins will also get in there on some of that action. Aaron Donald will probably be a 99. Aaron Rodgers, if he plays, will probably be a 99. And then Derek, stiff arm your soul, Henry will probably get a 99 overall rating. And yeah, man. I don't know. Tom Brady too old, man. I don't think Tom Brady will get a 99. Now in Mutt, oh yeah, you'll probably get some 99 swag for Tom Brady. But Stephen Gilmore from the Patriots, Xavier Howard from the Dolphins, Myles Garrett from the Browns, and then like I said, man, T-Bizzle, shizzle my nizzles, might get it. But let me know in the comments who you think should be 99 overall. Come on, man. Let me know. Let me know. Hey. Let me know. Hey. Let me know. Hey. It's your boy Brady Sr. with the OMFL News After Dark. Man, hey, I like to thank y'all, fam, for allowing me to do this. And yeah. Thank y'all for real, man. Because I mean, y'all probably could have somebody else doing it. We got some new folks, or some returning members. We lost some. Congrats to all the babies that were born in COVID season. Now, even though he was whooping my tail every season, but Dawson, man, I'm gonna need you to. Fatherhood and gaming can go together, bro. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get that P5 and make the South great again. Come on, baby. You know you ready to get hit sticks. But anyway, man, yeah, man, so we gonna go ahead and roll out. Get on over to the Press Pass Live, hosted by Nate. And yeah, man. We gonna get back into this, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, we've been out for a minute. And yeah. It's just time to say goodbye to your man, Brady Sr. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed my content for the evening. But yeah, we gonna get it right. I'm gonna get with the boys, man. Make sure I have some fresh content each and every week. Yeah, man. I'm out, bitch.
This is the OMFL.
You can't touch this.
And you're in the mix with Kinda Real Name. Here's another OMFL production.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to OMFL Media Days Day number 2, as well as Press Pass number 112. It is so exciting to have all of you here. The chat is popping. I can't tell you the last time I seen the chat going this well. So thank you so much for being here with me tonight. We're going to jump right into it. Tonight's lineup is going to include our buddy Roger, who hands down is probably just like one of the coolest, nicest dudes I have ever met. My guy Win, family member, love him. I'm so glad that he's back here in the community. I have done single-handedly more gaming with him than probably any other human on this planet. And then number 3, my guy Shox. Shox has hung out with me before for OMFL Bowl and done some commentary. And so a really fun lineup tonight. And then we're coming right back tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, day 3 of OMFL Media Days. And then we're trying to set up one for Thursday. The Thursday one's up in the air, but we will definitely be back the following Saturday. So I cannot wait to have you all back. So let's get over here to... Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Everything's good. Just making sure. You had me a little worried that everything was not going well. Let me welcome in our first guest, the owner of the Houston Texans. Everyone has moved around, so I get a little lost about who's who, but this one's pretty easy because, well, poor Raj has the worst team in OMFL history. Raj, how you doing tonight, man? Thank you for being on OMFL Media Days. I'm going to turn it over to you for some opening statements about your team.
Good evening, guys. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Well, first we got to talk about Deshaun. I really don't know what got into the boy's head, but I reached out to my boy Michael Starr to come over and talk to him. He knows a few things about Tiger Woods impersonations and glory hole etiquette, so maybe we'll get Deshaun straightened out here before too long. If not, maybe the commissioner bans him. Maybe he gets traded. Every commentator, sports broadcaster, beat reporter in the league has us pegged to be the absolute worst team in the league, worse than the 76 Buccaneers. So we're starting, the bar is low. So if we can do anything at all, we're going to be quite happy.
Well, Coach Raj, I'm excited to see what you do with that team. I know that when you first joined this league from the NBC, he is the commissioner of the NBC. He took over for Pooty, and I'm excited to see what the NBC does. But I'm also extremely honored that Raj is here with us. But when he first took off, man, he was super hot with those Houston Texans, and then he got the death sentence. He got the kiss of the commissioner, and I think the season went haywire pretty quickly. Raj, tell me, what are you most excited about this team moving into Madden 22?
Well, anybody that's played me in Deuce or in NBC or even here knows that I build my team around a ferocious pass rush. I want to be able to disrupt the quarterback, make him make mistakes. That's the way I play. So my import that I'm bringing in is a X Factor superstar dev, outside linebacker, pass rusher extraordinaire. And that's what I'm most excited about, is bringing that guy in. I got a hodgepodge of 50 guys that are has-beens and never was, along with a great left tackle and God knows what at quarterback. We're going to have some building to do, but I think we can get it done.
Well, Raj, on that note, a hodgepodge of players that you're bringing over with you, what are you most concerned about with this team going into Madden 22?
Wide receivers. I got Cooks, who's got speed, but he's never really been the guy. They just brought over Miller from the Bears, who thought maybe he was going to be a number 2 guy 2 years ago, but then last year he was like blah. So what's he going to be? Randall Cobb was great when he had Aaron Rodgers. Since then, he's been blah. So I got wide receiver issues. I need pass catchers. That's the biggest problem I have right off the bat.
What moves, Coach Raj, do you know that you're going to have to do coming right into season 1 with Madden 22?
I got to go get a big run stuffer in the middle, and I got to get a wide receiver or a tight end that can catch and run routes and get first downs, help move the chains. I mean, we could potentially be stuck with Davis Mills at quarterback, and that's going to be a learning curve for him. Not saying he can't get the job done, but he's going to have a serious learning curve. And we're going to have to have guys that can make plays, that can continually get us first downs, to get his confidence up so that he can play up to his level, up to his expectations.
Coach Raj, one last question for me. What does this team do in season 1? Are you going to try to compete? I'm not saying that from the sense of tanking for picks. Everyone tries to compete. But is season 1, season 2 rebuild? We're going to gather as many SS as we can. We're going to move players. Or are we just going to hold on to the pieces that we have, try to add to it as much as you can, and really try to be competitive in season 1?
My hope, best case scenario for me, honestly, with what I have right now, season 1, if I get to 8-8, I'm going to be extremely happy. My initial thought process is kind of maybe trade Deshaun, get a bunch of picks, and and just let the rookie kind of play his way through and get his growing pains and build from there. But we got to see what the market's going to bear and whether or not he's even going to be legal to play.
Well, Coach Raj, I'm wishing you the best luck. You're one of my favorite guys here. It is an honor and a blessing to have you here with us. Thank you again. Good luck in Madden 22, and don't be a stranger. I've already been asked if we will bring back OMFL Media Days, maybe during the off season. I don't know if I could do in several times this season because I do so many things, but maybe we can bring this back in the off season. But don't be a stranger. Come be a guest with us once again. Good luck in Madden 22. And that's going to bring us to our next guest. There's no sexy way to keep bringing these up, and so I'm sorry that it's so kind of just abrupt off and on, but bringing in my family. Oh, I clicked the this is what happens. His name is not Denbrew. His name is Winuvas, and you can clearly see that I accidentally forgot to change his name there. So bringing in my cousin, my family, Mr. Winuvas, taking over the Indianapolis Colts, as at least tonight. It may change. Winuvas, so glad that you're here. So glad that you're back here. You've taken over a Colts team that you seem to be really excited about. Let me turn it over to you just for some opening statements.
Yeah, I'm excited to be head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. There are a lot of pieces on this team that I do like. There are some things that need a little bit of work. I like our speed at linebacker. I like our depth on defensive line. I like our offensive line for Dernsher. So our trenches are solid. I think the biggest thing I need to worry about is right now quarterback and cornerback, and quarterback's a big one. So that's my biggest concerns going into year one, is fixing the quarterback situation and fixing the cornerback situation. So our secondary is a little light, so we need to get some work there.
Well, Coach, when moving into Madden 22, you're losing some pretty big pieces from the last team, but also have some pretty young pieces. What part of this team excites you the most as we start into season number 1 of Madden 22?
I think at this point, getting a hands on the beta and getting an initial look at the roster a little bit, I really like the speed of my linebackers, especially with my import James Jensen coming over from where I started in Seattle for like 30 minutes before I jumped to Indy. James Jensen is going to be a really nice, fast outside linebacker for me. Plan on moving Darius Leonard into the middle with some good speed as well. So I like my speed at linebacker. I like my versatility on the defensive line. Don't like my secondary as much, but it's something I can work on. And also, I do like some of my skill position players on offense. Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines come to mind, really good pieces. T.Y. Hilton's a little older, but a guy who could still get it done at age 31 for a couple of years. And then also we'll have Paris Campbell if he can stay healthy, and Pittman at wide receiver are going to be some solid pickups. The big concern on offensive line, our offense, is quarterback. So Carson Wentz doesn't look like he is as interested to play for me as he was for his coach Frank Reich, who brought him in. So he hadn't been studying our playbook as well. So I'm worried about the competition there. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell him right now, put Wentz on notice. It will be an open competition between him, Jacob Eason, and Sam Ehlinger. May the best man win.
Coach Wynn, this is not a question, more of a statement. Please, whatever you do, I will basically give you anything you want. Do not trade Hines to any of these top dogs around here, because they are going to come calling for that kid. Coach Wynn, you've already started to identify some pieces of this team that maybe concern you a little bit. Wide receiver might be one, maybe quarterback. What part of this team concerns you the most as you move into Madden 22?
Mainly secondary. Safeties are a little weak. We lost Malik Hooker in the offseason to Dallas. That I feel like is a big problem, because he was a good, solid coverage guy that could play man up or play zone in the back end and be a center fielder. So our secondary as a whole, we've got Rocky Sin on one side, but he's still young and raw, needs some time to develop. Me personally, I like those big sized corners. I like big guys on both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively at wide receiver. And to quell your fears on Nyheim Hines, unless someone makes a offer I can't refuse, basically something that would not be approved by the board, Nyheim Hines is not going anywhere if I can help it. I will sign him and keep him as much as I can. So that'll cool you down a little bit. But I think the other thing on the offensive side of the ball, again, Carson Wentz, can he get it done? If not, I like Jacob Eason's chances to potentially start year one. He's got a good arm. He needs some work. He needs some polish. But he's a guy I think that can get it done.
Coach, as we move into talking about moves for Madden 22, maybe I could just send you Kamara, which I know you won't move. You send me Hines, so I know that Hines won't fall into some of my NSC brethren's hands. I don't know if I like that deal, but maybe we can make that happen so I can sleep a little better at night. Such a very serious look in the in the photo that you sent me here, and I think it just speaks to Win doesn't play whenever it comes to building his team. He reminds me a lot of our old friend Chaotix, who used to be here. Coach Win, you are really known for building a great defense, being very stubborn on defense, a very good running game, controlling the clock. We've already kind of spoke to the quarterback issue. Do you see yourself making any major moves on either side of the ball as you move into Madden 22 for season number 1?
At this point, I will say I don't foresee any huge issue or huge moves. But the phone lines are open. But just be aware, if you do call, be serious about talking to me, because I'm not going to give away players for cheap. I know what they're worth. I know what they'll be worth to me. If you can't give me what I think they're worth, I'll keep them and play with them. So I like what I have as far as a couple of pieces here and there. Again, there are some places I know I can improve and work on, and there are some places I feel like I've got some extra assets. But if you don't feel that way about the players I have that I'm willing to give up, then I just won't talk to you. So that's just the way I'm going to deal with it.
Maybe a deal for Michael Thomas could be had, because I'd like to get out from underneath that contract. Coach Win, talking about your offensive and defensive style, do you see any major changes as you move over to Indianapolis? And can you give us any type of insight of what type of offense and defense you'll be running with the Colts?
Offensively, I'm looking to run more of a West Coast style offense, short passes, short to intermediate passes, good solid controlling runs, play action. That's the game plan right now on offense. We'll see what kind of personnel we have at the skill position spots to see if they can support that kind of setup. And on defense, with Madden's current constraints, I don't technically like running a hybrid offense where you have 3-4 and 4-3 in the same book. So I typically will run either a 4-man front or a 3-man front. And right now it looks like I'm going to be running a 4-man front. Kwity Paye, rookie, we got this particular draft from Michigan. He's going to be on one side. We'll have Kamoko Tarai on the other. And then we'll have Buckner in the middle with another player to be determined. Hopefully, maybe get some depth at defensive tackle. That's the main thing I want to do. I know the Houston Texans coach Raj, he mentioned he likes a ferocious pass rush. I want to be able to come at you from all angles with a variety of different guys. I want my linebackers to be coverage guys, but also blitzers in a pinch. But I want to come at you with depth. I want to go basically 4 deep at defensive end and have 4 guys that can go after you. So that way, no matter what down distance, no matter how tired my guys may be, I've got a fresh set of legs in there that can get after the quarterback. So that's the big thing, is just with the defensive side of the ball, it's probably going to be a 4-man front mainly, and you're just going to see depth. And basically, I'm going to make you nickel and dime it down the field, and the more plays you have to run, the more chance you have of making a mistake.
Well, I'm really excited to see what you do in Indianapolis. I think the AFC does set up really well for your play style. You're going to have a couple guys over there that like to air it out. Before we got started here, Coach Wynn was making the statement that he thought he'd win 4 to 6 games the whole cycle. That's not going to happen. He'll be one of the better players pushing for a playoff spot. And with all the movement, it'll be interesting to see how the AFC plays out. But I do like it and how it sets up for Wynn. And I think Wynn, hopefully, I don't know, he didn't confirm this, but hopefully Wynn will be back with me for Press Pass Live after our last interview here as we look back on the last 6 interviews. Let me bring in our next coach here, Coach Shox. Coach Shox, thank you again for joining me. Last time we were together, you were helping me do commentary for an OMFL Bowl, one of which I think got like a little testy, if I remember, if that was the right one. I think that was Mo versus Penguins, and so I'm glad to have you back with us. I actually don't even remember what team you are because it has changed over the last couple like weeks. So Coach Shox, I'm going to turn it over to you. Tell us what team that you are, and then give us your opening statements. And before I step out of the way, Mo in the chat, you got to also introduce Winuvas to our guy Bradley, because I know Bradley streams a lot of D&D. So, Coach Shox, opening statements.
All right, LA Rams. Still with the Rams. I think I was with them.
In my head, Coach
cycle.
Shox, you and Koch get flip-flopped in my head all the time. I don't know why.
No, it's fine. But I started. I had a little bit of a rough cycle last year. I always felt like I was always in these close games, but couldn't pull it out. We rode on our defense. We'd be in these 13-10 battles, 16-10, battles, and just can never pull through. Last year, I always just felt like that. I had a lot of quarterback issues with Jared Goff. It took me a couple seasons to kind of get underneath that. Now, finally, we get to the last, I think the last draft class. I drafted a nice young quarterback in the first round, Cameron Moore, my import. So I got that situation out of the way. And so obviously our identity for the LA Rams is defense. Starts with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. You got Aaron Donald with that nice pass rush. Jalen Ramsey with the lockdown. He's a lockdown corner. I think he, in my opinion, is the best corner in the league. So we cannot just not suck on offense. I feel like this team can bring us a lot this year.
Well, Coach Shox, let's talk about some of these defensive pieces. Talk about the pieces of the entire team that excite you the most moving into Madden 22.
Yeah, so obviously you got to start with Aaron Donald, best all-around player in the NFL today. He's our leader, and then we got then obviously I've said Jalen Ramsey, and then we got Leonard Floyd, who I like a lot. Now that the linebackers, the middle of the linebackers that may need situated a little bit, that's probably the weak point of the defense. We got Micah Kaiser, Troy Reader. So we're gonna see you there. And that might be something we kind of attend towards the next offseason.
Well, let's talk about some of the pieces that maybe concern you the most moving into the team. Again, you were a team that I have so much respect for. You're an owner. I have so much respect for because some guys here can't handle 3 losses a year, and you never say a word. You never complain. You never bring bad energy. You're always positive. Tell me some of the things, though, that do concern you moving into Madden 22.
Well, if the real Rams won't give away a first-round draft picks like it's candy, I can just build from the draft. But I've already down my 2022 and 2023 first-round picks from the Matt Stafford deal. But other than that, I think on offense, what concerns me a little bit is the offensive line. It's kind of an aging offensive line. Andrew Whitworth, who's a solid left tackle, but he's an aging left tackle, right? So. So it's probably trying to rebuild that offensive line, which I'm going to have to use some sounds like I'm gonna have to use some mid-round draft picks on, and maybe a little bit through free agency. But I would definitely say offensive line.
I love that quarterback that you took. If he would have fell a little bit longer, I was going to snap him up just for just sake of maybe getting a stud quarterback on a rookie deal. Talk to me, though, about other moves. You're going to be pretty heavy at quarterback now, bringing over an import quarterback, having Stafford, who they spent a lot of picks and stuff on. You're going to be heavy in some areas. So what moves do you think you're going to have to make on day one of Madden 22?
I'll probably look for either at least some offensive line depth, or some maybe find me a nice middle linebacker, to help solidify the middle of the defense. But I'll probably be more interested in looking for some offensive line, especially in the middle of the offensive line. I'm just not sure there right now. You got Austin Corbett, Brian Allen's at center, so kind of really, really weak right there. And I love my depth at receiver. We got Cooper Kupp, obviously. He's a very, very good wide receiver. Robert Woods. We picked up a little bit of speed with Deshaun Jackson. So we got three wide receivers I really like. Then we got a young guy, Van Jefferson, who's for a couple years now. So
I really like Van Jefferson in real life. Really good young slot receiver. Coach Shox, you've never been one that has shied away from moving big names. We all know the biggest deal that made my brain melt one night, where you moved Aaron Donald over to Mo and his Giants, and probably one of the best rosters that have ever been built in the OMFL. What are some of your strategies when it comes to building a team? How do you know when you're going to hang on to some of these big names, when it's time to move on? What are some of your concepts and strategies when it comes to building your roster?
Yeah, what I like to do is kind of see where I really do like building through the draft. So I probably have the wrong team to do that with. So, but so if I think that particular deal too is I was trying to free up some cap space. Aaron Donald, I think I freed up over $20 million or something crazy like that. And I felt like our defense didn't falter even after I traded him. So because the secondary on that Rams team was just phenomenal, because I had that import that was a stud corner. So I had two stud corners out there, and we didn't miss a beat after Aaron Donald, and I got a couple first round picks, I believe, that really added to my roster last year. Unfortunately, we didn't, pull through, but that's just something I do really, really love building through the draft and everything.
All right, Coach Shox, it is going to be a joy to have you back with us at Madden 22. It seems like most guys are staying. The only two guys that we're losing because of life. Both of them had babies, or one had a baby, one is having a baby. But you're always one of my favorite owners here. That NFC West is going to look really, really different. Your team's going to look really different. So you got a big fan in me. We'll be pulling for you, and I appreciate you being on the show. And that's going to conclude our OMFL Media Days, and we're going to move into Press Pass Live. So hopefully Win can come back and join me. So much good talk in the chat. I can't see a lot of it because that poll is jammed there, and I'm scared to clear the poll because sometimes when you mess with the YouTube chat on OBS, it crashes the whole thing, and I'm like, I don't really want to do that right now. So Coach Win, Day 2, OMFL Media Days. I'm going to pat myself on the back. One of my better ideas that I've ever had here. It seems to be garnering some eyeballs in the community. I am so appreciative of some of the names I see in the chat. Of course, Mo, seriously, is just one of the just awesome dudes in the entire community. I'm so blessed that he is my friend here and connected with us. So, when did you get to see Day 1? And if so or if not, give me your just overall thoughts on Day 1 and Day 2 of OMFL Media Days.
Okay, so cards on the table. I caught partial of day one. Unfortunately, when Smash ran long, I drifted off. So no offense to Smash, he did a good job. It's just he got long-winded, and I was like,
Smash
this
made
is supposed to be
people
5 minutes.
off.
So I was like, man, look, I was expecting 10, 15 minutes tops, and I saw 30 minutes. I'm like, well, maybe he had a long intro or something, and he technical issues. Nope, Smash just took about 20 minutes. So I was like, okay, well, Smash had a lot to say. I was like, man, I can't do this. So I did not catch the other two. I'm sorry, whoever was the other two after Smash, you just had to follow a tough act apparently. So, but for day two. I actually kind of like these the guys you paired me with because you did a good sandwich, Nate. You had two good optimistic people with a pessimist, so that was really good of you.
No.
To swap that around.
Not a pessimist, the pessimist.
The pessimist, yes. Hey, you know what? I call it realist. You call it pessimist, tomato, whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the chit chat. Raj had. I kind of enjoyed Roger. He seems like a pretty humorous guy. And then Shox seemed a little shy, but he got into it as he got going forward. And yeah, I hate to tell him, but yeah, you might want to look at swapping teams if you want to build through the draft because the Rams have no picks for the next 12 years. So I mean, just don't even bother with it. So
you talk about two teams that should seriously consider getting the hell out of there: the Texans and the Rams. Neither one of those teams are set up for good future building out. Yeah, I think the thing let me just ask that question before I give my thoughts. What do you do for either one of those teams? If you're the Texans, who knows what you're actually going to get? There's most likely you're going to get that quarterback, right? We've even had this happen. I can't remember who, but somebody was pulled out of the game. We needed to start our league, so we had to create him. But anyway, he's going to have that quarterback one way or the other. What do you do if you're the Texans? And then if you're the Rams, you heard Shox talk about he's bringing over an import quarterback. He's already got Stafford. He's got some older aging offensive linemen, an older quarterback. Aaron Donald's not getting any younger. That team is getting in a weird place here soon. What do you do if you're either one of those teams?
If I'm Houston, I say a prayer because Deshaun Watson is really the only talent you have. And if trading him is your option, I would have to have a king's ransom for Deshaun Watson. That would just it would have to go down like that. I especially losing J.J. Watt in the offseason. You've lost a lot of good pieces of that team in real life, and just having Deshaun Watson there as a stabilizing influence as a high-end quarterback would be nice. But obviously, some off-the-field issues has put his career in jeopardy as far as the short term and potentially the long term. So I think if I'm Houston, if I was in that position, especially considering most of your draft picks are, Miami bound for the Laramie Tunsil deal, I think if you can get a package of picks in the OMFL for Watson or a player in picks or a serviceable quarterback in picks, I think you take it and you just go use the dirty word, not necessarily tank, but you go to rebuild mode. You take your lumps that first year.
You have get a high to, pick. Right?
Yeah, I think you become a tryhard. You don't necessarily look to lose, but at the same time, you're going in hoping that you end up as close to 0-17 as you can without looking like you're tanking. And you just go for those high picks, and you hope the picks that you got are from a team that are just as bad as you. So, which it won't be, because I think most people that would want Deshaun Watson would probably have some good success with him. So I think if you're Houston, you just go into full rebuild mode and make the bet and just hope for the best. If you're the Rams, because of the way they've done in real life, you're in win now mode. So you honestly should do the exact opposite and just trade for assets as much as possible. Maybe even
what do you do with
picks.
Stafford? Because he's going to be a fat contract. He's an old quarterback. People may play that whole I'm not giving you a lot because you're going to have to cut this dude. What do you do there?
I think you can. you can work a deal for a Stafford. It might not be to your liking, but that's why I would say, if I were the Rams, I would. I mean, I don't know how good this young quarterback he's got coming in is. This import he's got, I don't know anything
He's
about the
really good.
import, so I can't. Well, I
He's a
I
rookie,
think
but
the
he's
yeah,
got
I
some
think
base
well
skills.
the thing you can look at is I'm not sure how much longer Stafford has on his deal. So that would be my first question would be how long does Stafford have left on his deal? If he's only got like a year or two left, which I probably has at least 2 years, if not more. But if he has at least if he has 2 years left on his deal, why not just go ahead and use him for a year or two? You've got that kid on a good rookie contract. Let Stafford, and if Stafford falls after year one, then go ahead and throw your rookie in and trial by fire. Or if Stafford just completely lays an egg for you, throw him in and just go ahead and work with it. But rebuild is not going to be in the Rams' vocabulary just because of the way they're built and the way they've traded in real life. So if you're looking for a rebuild style, the LA Rams is not the place to be.
Now,
If you want to rebuild, you need to go anywhere but LA because they pretty much, like Shock said, they pretty much don't have a first round pick for like the next 3 years. It's ridiculous.
I loved Smash on OMFL Media Days. It's funny. He was the first guy up and ends up going 20 minutes instead of 5 minutes. But he's such a good dude, and he reminds me a lot like you. Outside of if he gets a quarterback, he will air it out. You're pretty you stay pretty close to your game plan. Smash would get out of his game plan sometimes, but I really liked what Smash had to say about his team. I think he has a really clear focus about what his team is and isn't and what he needs to do. Look, I think all of you tonight, were awesome. This is fun. This is just a whole lot of fun, and I can't wait to do our next one. 2 quick ideas, and then I don't know what you have on your mind, but I definitely want to open it out. Before I get into my ideas, a couple of quick things. Number one, my guy Win here is doing some really awesome stuff around Head Coach 08. Is it 08?
09.
09, Head Coach 09. So make sure to go check it out. It's on his channel. It's on our channel. It's all over the place. He's also doing his Kraken franchise, which might be my new favorite jersey right now in professional sports. It's just great colors, great everything. They really did a good job with that. So go check our stuff out, man. Give us a sub, okay? Come help us build our numbers. OMFL News has taken a little bit of a back seat, but it will be coming back over the next couple of weeks as more news drops and we're able to drop some news. But we're building towards our next goal, which is 500. And we're 141 away from that. So come sub, come help us build out, get to 500. And then we're going to shoot for that 1,000. I believe that we can get there. And then, go follow if you're in the OMFL, go follow some of our new partners, whether it's Mo, whether it's Show. Why am I forgetting his name? Not Showtime. What am I trying to think of? Shopmaster. Thank you. Jeez. Shopmaster, whether it's Mo, go check them out. And Mo, I thought we were friends. I don't know what your text meant in there. But anyway, here's 2 ideas I want to throw out at you. Get some quick feedback. Wynn knows this because he's an advisor to the board and he sees the boardroom and all the things that I'm posting in there. One of the things I'm going to post for us to chew on that I wanted to just get some immediate gut reactions from you about is around playbooks. I think it's a little tedious, but I think it would, with all the new information in Madden 22, it could be a great addition, and that is every season, you have to claim a yearbook for that season. And if you're using a custom playbook, you have to upload it. You have to name it, my team, OMFL season, whatever season it is. And people can go download your playbooks. They can see your playbooks. Playbooks are not hidden things in the NFL. People run the same plays and they do film study and they can see those plays and they use the same language. And I just think with all the new things that Madden 22 is adding in scouting, you could mix those 2 things together. And for, nerds like us that love to just jump headfirst into data and stuff, it could be a really neat way to scout your opponent. Gut reactions whenever Nate says you got to claim a playbook.
I personally don't mind the idea. I think you're probably going to have some pushback from some users because I think some of them like to kind of keep those kind of things close to the vest. I mean, I know from my former league, there would have probably been a good bit of pushback from some of my more elite users. Not saying that elite users here would do that, but just that would be the ones I would think would have that kind of pushback on it. But at the same time, I personally would love it because, like you said, it is something that can be out there and visible. And I'll be honest with you, last year or the last year I played in Madden 20, I should say, I actually downloaded an empty playbook for both offense and defense and just completely built mine from scratch and then
Yeah, me
uploaded
too.
it. And there were certain guys that were having trouble on offense and defense, and I don't know why I was assisting them because I was just as clueless as they were. But I said, you know what, if you want something simple, go run this playbook. I've got it uploaded. Go download it. And they would go download it and take a look at it. And I had my concepts and my ideas that I wanted to run, and I just put those formations in and those plays in. So I had 40 or 50 different formations across the line, and each one of them had maybe at most 12 to 15 plays at most, and that was maybe just a handful of formations that I really liked a group of plays in. But I mean, otherwise it had like maybe 6 plays, and basically I go in, I got a play action, I got a short pass, I got a long pass, I got a run left or run outside, run inside, boom, we're good, let's do it. So, and guys kind of took it and said, you know what, this looks good, I'm gonna tweak it, and that was the idea behind it. It's like, here's a base, start from there. If you don't, if you like it, great, play with it, have at it, because it's uploaded. I have a copy obviously of my own. So I mean, having people upload it, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all personally. I think that would be great. Just I don't know about the scouting aspect of it, but I think just to maybe keep guys honest about what they have in the playbook a little bit, being able to
I think
kind of,
that's the other thing. If you're building a custom book, like, it's a way to hold people accountable, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's in there, and if you if somebody wants to wager their OMFL ownership to go and cheat with a playbook that you didn't upload, and you get caught doing that, then I got more things to say about you than you cheating on Madden. But I don't think any of our guys here would do that. Like, this crew's been together for a very long time. Even those like yourself who are coming back, you've been here before, and there's a long history. So, yeah, I think it could be a really neat thing. Here's the other idea that I actually tossed out in chat today. The way the OMFL works is when a team comes open, I open it up to current members first. And so we lost 2 owners because having babies, and their lives need to Madden's got to take a step back for a year or so. I open it up to current owners. So let's say we'll just take Win for example. Win joins, he gets like the last team standing, right? He gets an opportunity to upgrade his team because he put in the time, the energy before I open it up to a new guy. And then usually we go to the Deuce and we call up somebody from the Deuce. This offseason, we actually had 2 guys that return in Win and Kevin, who've both been here for a long time, that great owners who totally play our style. So we went ahead and gave them a chance. But my idea going forward is that when teams come open, in between Madden cycles, they will go into a pool and we'll have a team draft. So I know a lot of leagues do team drafts. We don't. I just am a big believer that you let guys pick their teams or have their favorite teams. They're more invested. They're more likely to stay there for a long, long, long time. So we don't redraft, and I just worry that we're making us lose owners who aren't like into the team that they got stuck with. But we do a voluntary team draft every Madden swap, so teams can sign up to throw their name in the hat. I think we had like 7 or 8 that did it last Madden. This Madden, I don't think we have any. I need to go look and get an update. But anyway, that might be a forced way to not just field teams the way we do during the Madden cycle and still have a team draft.
That's a lot to unpackage. I think so.
There's a
what you're
statement
saying
that's never
is,
been made to me.
well, yeah, true.
I got him. I got him right there.
Yeah. So let me clarify. So basically what you're saying is if a team comes open during the Madden cycle and you fill it with somebody, at the end of the cycle, that team is open basically, and it's basically thrown into a team pool.
Nope.
For a team
in
draft,
between,
no matter what.
Good clarifying question. In between Madden cycles, when teams come open, instead of filling that team with an owner, that team will go into a pool, and that owner will go into that team draft. And so, let's say 4 teams at the end of a Madden cycle say, I want a new team. They throw their name in the hat, and then we get 2 or 3 open teams because life happens sometimes.
Right.
And then you got 7 teams. So instead of filling those teams as they come open, those 7 teams go into the pool. And if you're, let's say I'm the owner of the Bengals and the Jets come open, I really want the Jets because I'm a Jets fan, then I got to put my Bengals in the team draft, and I go jump into the team draft and hope I can get them.
Okay, if that's the case, now I follow you. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. Plus, you can kind of have an idea of who's open and who's like freed up. Plus, you can be interviewing or however the process is for pulling guys from the deuce or whatever. You can kind of have those guys ready to go and be like, okay. The only thing I would ask at that point would be, how would you determine draft order? Would you determine it by seniority? Would you determine it? Because that could be something that would be something that might be a little harder to track too.
Probably go super random.
If you got
just put people in a randomizer, do 3 clicks, film it.
That'd be the fairest way to do it. To be honest. So yeah, okay. I'd have no problem with it. I mean, that's an easy way, and plus it kind of generates a little bit of excitement. During the lull, because if guys are in that team draft anyway, then they're like, okay, what teams are available? Who can I maybe get? Will I be able to pick first? Will I be able to get my number 1 pick? Will I get stuck with the last team available? So it kind of adds that little anticipation factor.
Well, if you missed the OMFL news, make sure to go back and watch that. Brady gave us a good 14 minutes of OMFL news. I want to turn it over to you, Win. What do you have on your mind? If you got nothing, we'll put a bow on the show. I'll tell you guys what's coming up this week for OMFL Media Days. We do have one tomorrow. We have one on Thursday, and then I think we have one on Saturday morning and Sunday. So I think this entire week we're full up. But what's on your mind right now for Madden 22?
For Madden, there's not a whole lot. Basically, this week is ratings reveal week, which is not really super huge, but it is something nice to kind of get your mind around, your team going into at least the launch. I know we're not going to be starting at launch. We'll be waiting for that scouting update, so we're going to get some roster updates in the mix at that point. So there'll be some changes to what we initially see, but it'll be nice to have guys finally be able to put some Madden ratings in there to their guys.
Do you smell that?
What?
I smell. It's been a while since I've smelled this. It smells like a Buckman's breakdown of overall ratings coming through.
Buckman usually only holds up for drafts, though. Buckman, we might have to talk to Buckman because Buckman usually isn't he's usually not a big existing NFL guy.
Buckman's been sitting on his ass for rookies? 2 years. He can come out and he can give us some draft ratings.
Hey, no, Buckman was busy in his other league. Thank you much.
Well, at least you took a year off
on
though.
Buckman, for the last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I may look. To be fair, though, see, Madden. Unfortunately, right now, I'm kind of holding a back seat to Madden because I've got a lot of ideas to try and push out content over the next couple of weeks while I'm still off. Because in 2 weeks, I will be back doing the Monday to Friday grind because I'll be back in the classroom starting August 9th. So I'm trying to get some content out, and so I'm
tell
doing
us what
the
to expect
NHL
with the
stuff.
content. Yeah, tell us what to expect with both the franchise, NHL Kraken, and also the head coach.
Well, I took the weekend off, and probably going to be Monday as well from the NHL franchise because, spoiler alert, the Seattle Kraken won the Stanley Cup in their second year of existence. So that was a pretty big deal. Total surprise for me. Didn't think we'd win so early. We still have a pretty young crew, but Took a couple days off for that. Probably going to come back with a live stream to do the draft and free agency at the same time, because really we don't have a lot of picks in the upcoming draft. NHL wise, we've got 3 because I traded them all for players at the deadline. So I was basically in try to push a playoff push early to get some nice confidence, and lo and behold, we won the Stanley Cup. I'll probably do that via live stream sometime this week, and then also I really enjoyed the head coach series. I'm trying to figure out ways to shorten the times of the videos, because watching a whole game of that can be painful, both for me and for the viewers. So, because I don't do any editing of anything, I know it's going to be a little long in the tooth. But what I'm probably going to do future is basically do the between game stuff, like the week to week planning and stuff. I'll probably do off camera, and then I'll just pop up right before game time, kind of talk about what happened during the week, if anything interesting happened, and then play the game, and then jump back out. So, but I'm hoping to record a couple of episodes sometime this week, record them and kind of have them in the can, so that way I can release them. I'm hoping to release at least 1, if not 2 more episodes of Head Coach this week, and then hopefully the same amount next week, while still doing some NHL content. But once classes start, the content may come to a not necessarily screeching halt, but it's going to come to a grind, because I'll be tied up with other stuff, and normally that's when I can do recordings, is in the mornings, because the wife's not here, so I got kind of the house to myself. I don't have to worry about I just have to worry about cat shouting in the background, not wife and cat. So
I was watching the other day, and the cat came and jumped in your lap, and you were telling us about your cat. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty fat cat.
Yeah, that's my baby. That's Aria, probably. That was probably in my lab. But definitely going to do some more head coach content with the Saints. And then I'm also thinking about branching out. I've got a bunch of old PS3 games that I could play on the converter. I could do All Pro Football 2K8.
That would be fun.
I could also do Madden 25 to do a little bit callback to nostalgia. But I also had a thought that I could do PS2 games, and I do have NFL 2K5 that I could throw in and throw down. So I might play around with some of that stuff if I have time between now and classes starting, to just kind of try it out and see how it works, and see how it records, and see how much fun it would be to watch. And I'm trying out a lot of different things. I've really enjoyed the NHL franchise. Mainly commentating the playoffs has been fun, and then the head coach stuff, I'm hoping to be able to commentate some stuff while I play, which hopefully will be a lot of fun. The second episode, I won't lie, is a gameplay footage one, but the audio was screwed up on it. It's my fault totally, so I apologize in the actual description for the audio quality, and it will be better for episode 3, I promise. So.
Well, I love the content, and I will always be a big fan of 2K8. I never played in NFL 2K8, but I can tell you that there are 1 or 2 pretty big followings on Twitch where all they do is sim 2K8 games, stream them, and they run like an entire league that's just a sim league. So I would love to see some of that. Let me thank you again. I'm also glad that you're here, because I get some commentating friends to come and help me do some of these OMFL bowls. And who knows, maybe I can take a night off of gaming, because I like to video game too, and do a game of the week. It's just hard because I usually stream late at night, and not a lot of games always late at night, but maybe we can figure that out a little bit more. Let me tell you what's coming up for OMFL Media Days tomorrow. Monday night, OMFL Media Days will be back, 10 p.m. Central. We've got Big Hurt, Lost Sniper, who I can't wait for everybody to see. I am not the only Silver Fox, as D. Wayne calls me, in this league. And then my guy Penguins, a dominant performance from his Kansas City Chiefs in Madden 21. So it'll be exciting to talk to him about Madden 22. On Thursday, we've got another OMFL Media Days. Would that be day number 4? That one's going to be a fun one. We've got Pepper, who I seen in the chat. We got Brady, who did the OMFL news for us. And then we got Dwayne Brady. If you're still hanging out with us, we need another OMFL news for next Press Pass Live next Sunday. So Dwayne, Brady, and Pepper on Thursday. And then the following Saturday, let me see. I missed it. Where'd it go? I have it here. I promise. I had my stuff lined up. Okay, we don't have one for next Saturday. Next Saturday is still open. I know that Tim signed up for that, but we need more than just one person. If Tim is the only one, maybe me and Tim will do it. So on Sunday, so next Sunday, a week from today, it will be Bill, Outlaw, and Priest. You talk about three humans that I would personally love to put in a room and live stream it for 24 hours just to watch how these three humans interact with each other. I can promise you 3 will walk in, 3 will not walk out of that room. That is just not the way that room would work out. It will be a ton of fun though to have all 3 of those guys on us with us next Sunday for Press or OMFL Media Days. And then we're, like Wynn said, we're going to get some ratings out this week so we can talk about ratings on our next Press Pass Live. I'm going to start to try to move some of our rules discussions forward. I got lots of things up here in my little pea brain, and we're going to see if we can't get them going. So this was a ton of fun. Wynn, thank you for hanging out with me a little extra to do a little Press Pass Live. Chat, I wish I could have talked and read this a whole lot more. It was a ton of fun to see so much stuff in here. Mo, you know you're my guy. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with us, and it was good to see Maniac. Maniac, we got to get you to sign up for one of these and come hang out. I know Maniac was like waiting for him to get a team. Well, today you officially got a team. So come sign up, and it'll be a ton of fun. I can't wait to have Maniac. It's been a while since I've had both Maniac and Dwayne on a Press Pass Live. So for all of the leadership here in the OMFL, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I just released a sermon today. We started a brand new series over at Home Church. So Home Church 217 on YouTube. I will tell you now, though, it is going to be changing. I'm going to release a video either this week or next week about a new change that's going to be taking place and a little rebranding that's going to happen. But come check out my personal website, natelejeune.com, and then my church stuff, my church community, homechurch217.com, homechurch217 on YouTube. But we started a brand new series today called Whole, because I want you to experience wholeness. I want you to be whole in your mind, body, soul, spirit, heart. I want you to experience wholeness in relationships, love, leadership. I want you to experience wholeness in all the aspects of your lives. And I'm really thankful that you guys are hanging out with me tonight. And just, this is a cool, fun thing. And I'm having a blast with this. And Maniac, I know we talked about it, but you usually do the top 25 coaches of the OMFL for a Madden cycle. You got to come up with something, man. It's so awesome when you do that, even if it's just the top 10, dude. I love your top coaches from the past Madden cycle. So please, please, please bring it back. And if you do, we'll get you on a Press Pass Live to give us your breakdown of why you gave the ratings that you gave. So guys, thank you again. Have a blessed week. Have a great week. We will be back tomorrow night for OMFL Media Days, day number 3. Until then, be blessed. I'll see you. Peace.